Deloitte is one of the Big Four professional services firms. Learn how HP converged infrastructure and HP expertise has made the Deloitte business more agile, allowing it to play to its strengths and better able to serve its clients.
Our key challenge is agility. In the end, the big question for every CIO is, what's the added value of an internal IT organization? And I think the answer is usually related to the term agility. You have to make use of your competitive advantage, so you need to work on the things that you do best and that you do better than anybody else. This project created the foundation to free up the time of our people to do exactly that. Without this foundation, it would have been difficult, very difficult, to go that way. An opportunity to really modernize our infrastructure completely and also take a first step to, let's say, a more industrialized approach to infrastructure. You cannot separate an infrastructure from the people that operate it. So you always have to take that into consideration. And in the end, for me, technology doesn't come first. It's always about people. You can have the best technology that you want. If you don't enable your people to do or to make the best out of that technology, you won't create any value to the business. So at the same time, and I think that's very important, you have to address, in my opinion, or you have to at least consider the question whether you want to change the organization as well and the way you manage the organization. Before we had data centers in around 17 locations, and we brought it down to 2 mirrored data centers, state-of-the-art data centers. The consolidation project was not so much about cost advantage. We could have achieved, or we could have put the focus on cost advantages, but what we did was to look at increasing the service level at the same time. So you could put it that way. The money we saved, we invested it into an increase in service level for our business. As an additional benefit of this project, the real and perceived response times of our applications were cut by 50%, roughly. This is nothing that we had as a particular objective for this project, but it came with the way we implemented it. First of all, you really need to spend a lot of time on defining and agreeing what you really want. Saying that business continuity is the main business driver that would justify a project isn't enough. You really have to find a Deloitte-specific answer. In the end, everybody was affected by this project, so engaging the different functions that we have, so that's audit, tax, corporate finance and consulting in our case, was very important, but also, and that is of equal importance, your own organization. Because if a lot of change comes with that, you have to explain very well why you're doing it. And well, the good old change management question, what's in it for me, requires an answer. And if you really think about it, everybody's affected by such a project, but the people that are most affected by this type of project is the IT organization, the people in the IT organization. So you should be very careful about that and make sure that you engage well. It was obvious to us that we would need external help because we wanted not to approach this project on a trial and error basis, but really benefit from the experience of people that have done this type of project before. So that's the next phase, is then to make sure that you find the right external partner that you can do such a crucial project with. And that also requires a lot of effort, because in the end you want to make sure that there's trust. That for me is the biggest asset in such a project. There needs to be trust, and you should take time to really build that trust before you embark on a journey like that. It means that we were looking for a supplier that understood us well. So that is of extreme importance, that the external partner that you choose understands your business context, has a bit of background around the organization, so knows you well as a customer. There's of course a couple of lessons that we had to learn, especially when you do a project like that. I think the ultimate success is to have no disruption to the business. So in a way that the less people notice that you did something, the more successful you are. That can be a disadvantage as well, because it makes it more difficult to sell the success. Because if everything works as expected, although it was a lot of work and it required a lot of brain power to get there, you're always in danger of, there's always the risk that you're not really getting the point across. Looking back, I'm very happy about our work with HP. So I think it was a great relationship that helped us through this project. I think the project has been a huge success, and it's still regarded that way. So in that sense, I'm still very pleased about the results of that project.